Time fractures. Fractures become streams. Streams birth heroes. Every hero needs a blade. The battle between good and evil is timeless. The first battle fought still rages, beneath the surface, between the cracks, unobserved, shaping timelines, shaping souls, with hidden purpose. One soul, 10 streams, splintered across time. Each life born in parallel, tied to the same root, shaped by choice. When one incarnation falls, the soul flows sideways, drawn to the next, still burning. With each passage, it grows stronger, sharper, more defined. Whether it becomes a savior, a tyrant, or neither, depends not on the soul, but on the one who holds it. Power alone doesn't make a hero. Only nature and choice decide that. The Dark Razor, the sword of power, the Costa Novacula, the rib. It weighs, it judges, it knows your soul. Werewolves in the woods, gods in hiding, demons, desires, monsters. The war to end all wars still needs to be won.
Welcome to the Dark Razor Chronicles streamcast, a journey through fractured timelines, haunted souls, and the blades that bind them. I'm your host and author, Mike Carmel, and this is where it all begins. You can explore the novels behind the series at mikecarmel.ca, where the books, lore, and expanded universe await. We'll be releasing new episodes every week with bonus content, including author notes, character interviews, and early access available through Patreon membership. This isn't just a fantasy world, it's 10 timelines, splintered souls, and the war that began all wars. So draw your blade, the calling has begun. And remember, every hero needs a story. Every story needs a stream, and every stream begins with a fracture.
Sharael Maldeen. The world materializes in a swirl of frost-covered trees around an icy road. Each ragged exhale lingers in the frigid air as the ground seems to spin beneath me. I stumble and drop to my knees, the frozen ruts of mud biting into my palms. Pain radiates from my ankle, and the bitter taste of acid claws at the back of my throat. Corbin, help me. It comes like instinct. But why would I beseech the god of war? I fight the lingering nausea from the teleport, knowing it will soon fade, leaving my mind clear. My elbow knocks against my sword's pommel, and I feel a jolt of relief. My charge is secure. No, wait. This is all wrong. I climb to my feet, arms held out for balance. I glance at the sword, a silver pommel over a grip wrapped in gold wire. A silver crossguard shaped into a Constantine cross, sheathed in a white lacquered scabbard. It is familiar, but not the Costa Novacula, the sword I came here to recover. A metallic clash in the distance pulls me from my confusion. Somewhere nearby, steel meets steel. Abruptly, unsettling memories crash into my mind. The trial, the sentencing, our Fessy, my only friend, his betrayal, and I am his replacement, leaving me the task to reclaim the Costa Novacula, the razor which he has conspired to steal. A pulsing heat radiates in my chest, intensifying with each heartbeat. I yank the chain around my neck, revealing a medallion shaped like a 13-pointed star. A gem at its center glows red, and the points twist like living tendrils. One of those points vanishes. 13 becomes 12. Our Thessy's guilt and his execution are confirmed. Clashing steel refocuses my thoughts. I hobble toward the sound, each step a battle against my twisted ankle. This unseasoned body rebels, protesting every movement. Low branches, glazed with frost, whip at my cheeks, but I press on. Up ahead, sunlight trickles through the canopy, illuminating two figures locked in combat. This is a game I've mastered. Thousands of battles I have studied, allowing me to predict each outcome. Now, I see two combatants. One, by his stance, is little more than a dilettante. The other moves like a practiced killer. The ground is a thin bed of moss, crusted over by a hard frost. The first combatant wears a polished gold breastplate with matching bracers and greaves. He wields my charge, the Costa Novacula, the razor. Opposite him, the petitioner, clad in modest but durable armor, carries an old-fashioned sword. There is deadly skill in his stance. Both follow the Paneer set of forms. The novice, with the gold armor, the contracted, is losing. At most, he can last 9 more forms. It's unsettling to hear the Novacula hum as it slices through the air, a resonance that calls to me. I long for its liberation. Their breath plumes in the cold as steel collides. The petitioner's eyes are focused and steady, while the contracted's face is tight with fear. The petitioner feints left with dancing serpent and draws the contracted's guard wide. With a quick pivot, he executes striking hawk, forcing the contracted to parry with a stumbling step. Smelling weakness, the petitioner surges in a relentless rhythm, pushing the contracted to the brink. The contracted tries a desperate bear's swipe, but the petitioner sidesteps with the ease of experience, countering with viper's kiss. Then comes falcon's descent, driving down the contracted sword, followed by a casual flick of the wrist, the whispering wind. It's done. A shallow cut opens the contracted's neck. Blood sprays and he staggers, hands pressed to the wound, dropping to his knees as his life spills away. The Costa Novacula digs into the frosty ground, still in his grip. A heavy pulse pounds in my chest. If the petitioner seizes the sword, he'll become my new adversary in the game. I must intervene before it's too late. Move, damn you, I hiss. But my body hesitates as the petitioner inspects his blade for nicks. There's a hiss of metal as he returns it to its sheath. Then he shifts, poised to pry the Novacula free from the dead man's grip. I lunge forward. Stop! In the name of the White Circle! My words crack, raw in this unfamiliar body. The petitioner ignores me, fixated on the razor's promise. Executioni mandre magicae telum. I invoke the essence in the old tongue. The garden responds, channeling through me. I quiver as the spell scours the vicinity for usable components, following the protocols I designed. A swirling vortex of debris whips toward my palm. Specks of dung, charcoal, rotting leaf matter, fungal spores, and ash from long-dead fires. Blue flames dance around the foul payload as it takes on the stench of urine, sulfur, and other dregs to form a volatile capsule. It swells to the size of an apple, flickering with arcane heat. With a thrust, I hurl the explosive sphere at my target. I am too late. The petitioner frees the sword from its dead owner, and in that instant, I know my missile will be impotent. It strikes his breastplate with a clank, gutters out, and breaks apart into smoldering fragments. He blazes with the sword's promise, enthralled. No longer the petitioner, he is now the contracted. Let the game begin. I almost relish the moment. A chance to play the game in flesh, yet I make one last effort at peace. I am one of the few to whom the Novacula can be peacefully surrendered, and I prefer to spare his life. Vendi resonantes, ferte vocem meam, amplificate verba mea vi vestra infinita. The air ripples in vortex, magnifying my voice. I am Sharael Maldeen of the White Circle. You will surrender the Costa Novacula. He hesitates. Perhaps he recognizes my name from the Yarner's tales, or weighs the validity of my titles. I step closer, repeating my demand. Fear briefly flickers across his features, then grim resolve. He raises the sword. Words are pointless now. A faint smile curls on my lips, unbidden. Part of me has yearned for this challenge. Still, I grant him a heartbeat's grace, hoping reason might prevail. Instead, he attacks. Instinct floods my mind with the forms he'll use. A crude overhead chop. Normally, I deflect and counter by slicing the artery beneath his arm. I reach for Effensign, the elvish blade gifted to me by an oath sworn, but my twisted ankle betrays me. This body is untested, unsteady. The overhead slash comes faster than I can react. My parry is too slow. The Novacula's crushing force wrenches Effensign from my grip, bones snapping in my wrist as the razor carves into my shoulder, and I am slammed onto the frozen ground. Pain flares white-hot. My mind a flurry of counters, all impossible now. My final option is the amulet. Through blood and agony, I grip the medallion that hangs at my chest. My first attempt is an incoherent scream. The newly contracted steps back, eyes wide in shock, perhaps fearing what he has done. My second attempt comes out as a jumbled mess of broken syllables. But finally, the words coalesce. A familiar crimson light envelops me, my pain gone as the teleport takes me. I drift in a crimson void. Here, my teleport recalibrates, searching for an alternate landing zone when the intended one is obscured. I have only a single breath, a fleeting moment to wonder, why is my path blocked? Suddenly, snow crunches under my boots. A small cabin stands ahead. I hear my own raw scream echo in the hush. Inside the cabin, something crashes to the floor. A searing weight drags down my shoulder. My mangled hand fumbles at it, dislodging a black sword slick with my blood. It tumbles into the snow. My legs buckle and I collapse. Strong hands roll me onto my back, and the pain intensifies until my vision blurs. I glimpse a familiar face, an oath-sworn Lorc Avon, perhaps. He grasps an amulet much like mine, its red gem glowing fiercely. Darkness pulses with each ragged heartbeat, creeping in at the edges of my vision. His voice weaves arcane words, distant and distorted. I strain to grasp their meaning, but understanding slips away as the void swallows me whole.
That's it for the premiere episode of the Dark Razor Chronicles streamcast. I hope you enjoyed it. You can check out the full series in print or ebook at mikecarmel.ca. You'll find maps, lore, and a few surprises waiting. New episodes drop weekly, and if you want early access, bonus content, or just want to help keep this thing going, head over to patreon.com/mikecarmel and join the circle. Thanks for listening. Stay sharp, stay strange, and remember, every hero needs a blade.